Okay, here's a review of adding and subtracting integers. And so the rules are very simple. When we have different signs, we need to subtract. When we have the same signs, we need to add. And the biggest thing is that the bigger number gets the sign. Bigger number gets the sign. So here, 4 is positive and 5 is negative. So that means we need to subtract. 5 minus 4 is 1. And then the bigger sign is 5. So that means it was going to be negative 1. So negative 1. Okay. Same thing here. Negative 4 is different from positive 2. Now be reminded that when there is a plus sign in front of a number, they go together. So now because we're adding 2, that's also positive. So again, different signs we need to subtract. So here we have 4 minus 2, that's 2. Bigger number gets the sign, the biggest number is 4, so then we have negative 2. All right, so now let's erase a couple of things. The screen back where it needs to be. Okay, so now these have the same sign. You have negative 3. And since we're subtracting 3, that sign goes with it. So now we need to add. And since they are both negative, they continue to be negative. So negative 6 is our answer. All right. Let's look here. Now this one is interesting because we're actually dealing with a negative and a negative. And so let's erase the markings from the last one. So here we see that we are dealing with a negative 2. But then now we have a double negative. So what do we do? Well, when two signs are touching like that, they're kind of being multiplied. And so we need to say a negative multiplied by a negative gives us a positive number. And so really, it's almost like this is one big plus sign. So now that we have our signs settled in, we go back to the integer rules. So different signs, we are going to subtract, and the bigger number gets the sign. So the bigger number is now 3, which is now positive. And so we're going to end up with positive 1. All right, let's fix the screen again. Let's erase. Okay, same thing as the last problem. We see that 3 is positive. Okay, because this is sitting by itself. But we have two signs in front of the 5. So then what we need to do, we need to look and say that a negative, again, times a negative gives us a positive. And so this is now positive 5. And a positive means that they are the same. So we need to add them. So if we are adding, that's going to be 8. All right. And so what you can do, you can print out, add and subtract worksheets and keep these same rules, and you should be fine. If you have any more questions, let us know.